Nice to be here with you. My name is Madhur-Nain Webster, and I am a licensed psychotherapist in California. And I also happen to be a Kundalini yoga teacher and trainer. And what I love to do is bring meditation into people's lives to help them find more balance, more contentment, and have tools to heal their life. So I would like to share with you a CD that I've put out called Mastering the Three Minds. The yogis believe that we have three minds, which are really three lenses that we look at our life through. And, when you've been to the eye doctor and you're sitting there and the doctor will say, option 1 or option 2, option A or option B. That's kind of what our three minds are like as we move through our life to make sense of things. Now, this happens in just a nanosecond, even shorter than a nanosecond. And these three minds are the negative mind, the positive mind, and the neutral mind. So the negative mind is the first lens that we look at every situation through. The negative mind is also the protective mind. It's the part of the lens, it's the part of our mind, it's the part of the view on any situation that is, am I safe? Am I okay? It's the fight or flight. That's the negative mind. Negative mind is not someone who's always being negative and you should be more positive. It's not that kind of negative mind. The negative mind is assessing safety. And the reason why we have to look through the negative mind first is because that is really the first lens. It's the first view of, is this safe or not? Should I move forward or should I retreat? So that's the negative mind. If the negative mind lens is too extreme, too thick, then that will throw us off how we look at things. People who have a really overactive negative mind will look at everything as danger. An extreme version would be someone who's afraid to leave their home. They would think, the minute I step out of the front door, I'm going to get attacked. That would be an extreme version of the negative mind. Now, if the negative mind is really thin, let's say it's under functioning, under focus, that would mean that we get ourselves into sticky, difficult situations a lot because we don't have that filter of, is this healthy or not? Is this safe or not? Should I go forward or should I stop? And so we really want to have that nice middle ground in the negative mind. The second lens that we're going through, the second lens that comes into our mind's focus in decision making is the positive mind. It's the positive mind looks at things as opportunity, looks at what can come out of this. What is the positive perspective of any situation and how will this benefit me? Now, when the positive mind is too thick, then we can look at everything and throw caution to the wind as a positive. And I always like to give the example to my clients when you see those commercials for a new drug for a headache, and they'll be like, this is a great new drug for your headache. You won't have migraines. You'll have chronic diarrhea, but you won't have a headache. That is the positive mind to its fullest. Now, when the positive mind is too thin or underdeveloped, that means that we have a hard time getting out of the box of our thinking, having a harder time moving into new opportunities because we just can't see them. So again, like the negative mind, the positive mind, we want it to be in that center, in that balance. Now, we move through the negative mind, then we move through the positive mind, which then gets us to the third mind, which is the neutral mind. And the neutral mind is the part of us that is unattached to a situation. The yogis look at this as the meditative mind or looking at our life through the soul consciousness, What this means in just plain psychology is that we're able to make decisions in an unattached way, meaning that we can look at the perspective of the negative through the negative mind, we can look through the perspective of the positive mind, and then make our decision through the neutral mind, which brings in the two, positive and negative, to look through at the same time to come to that decision. If either of the first two lenses are off, it's going to make it harder for us to come to the neutral because we get hooked by our attachments. We get hooked by the things we make up in our mind that help us to make sense of a situation that's impacted by the negative mind and the positive mind. Now, I've produced music for all three meditations, for all three minds, to help us to have that entertainment to our mind as we're moving through the three meditations. You can find the instructions to the three meditations on my blog, and as well as the music. So what I encourage you for the homework is to first notice in your life, which of the two minds are most off? Is it the protective mind? Is it over-functioning, under-functioning? Think about that for a couple days. Then notice your positive mind. Is it under-functioning or over-functioning? Or if you feel like you have a good view of both, but you keep going in circles and it's hard to make a decision, then maybe you need to work on the neutral mind. So whichever of those three aspects you feel that you're a little off on, I encourage you to download the music and spend some time every day, starting with 3 minutes, working your way up to 11 minutes, and allow yourself to do the breathing exercise known as pranayama with the eye focus, for the different eye focus for each one, and practice it every day for at least a month to 40 days. And allow yourself to be aware of that part of the mind, if it's the negative, the positive, or the neutral. And one way that we can notice a change is if we spend some time journaling every day to notice what's coming up and notice the changing in your thinking, and then you'll be able to see the progression. Thank you very much, and happy meditating.